Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on this Searchlight update. This is about the case of Angie Barlow, and we have some unfortunate news. According to IndyStar.com, remains found on Northeast Side are that of missing 23-year-old Angie Barlow, and this was published back on June 21st, 2017. This is news from last week. Investigators received a tip that led them to a home in the 5300 block of East 43rd Street early Tuesday afternoon, where Barlow's remains were found buried in the backyard, Fox 59 reported. Forensic anthropologists from the University of Indianapolis told Fox 59 the remains had likely been buried for several months. And just in case you don't quite remember this case, I will have a link to the original Searchlight in the description box below. But here's a short summary. Barlow, a former Muncie resident who lived in Indianapolis, last posted a photo on the social media app Snapchat around 11:45 p.m. on October 26th, the same night she went to a party in Indianapolis. One of the people at that party said Barlow had gotten several calls from a man and left the party around 3 a.m. on October 27th. They did wind up finding her car in November, if I remember correctly. Let's go to another article at Winchester News Gazette and see if we can get some more detail. Just last month, IMPD served a search warrant at a Muncie home in connection with her disappearance. Police arrested a woman accused of stealing $8,000 from the bank account of Barlow's grandmother. The homeowner where the remains were found is cooperating fully with officers, and he is not in custody. He says he's owned the house for several years, but he only recently moved in with his daughters. He says it sat vacant for a couple years while he sporadically renovated. Barlow's cause and manner of death are still pending at this time. The coroner says those results will not be available for another 6 to 8 weeks. There are no leads that we've been told, but investigators have flat out told us that this being the high-profile case it is, they will be tight-lipped about it. Her mother, Christina, said that they have to know more. If they knew where she was, they have to know more. We do understand and respect why they aren't sharing it with us, because we want nothing more than justice for our daughter. Christina said the family's goal now is to honor Angie's memory and find a way through this tragedy to help others. And if we move over to wishtv.com, we get a little more information. Here's a photo of her parents. Angie Barlow's parents visit the scene where their daughter's body was found, and that just happened this past Monday. On Monday, the Marion County coroner released Barlow's body to her parents. The couple spent most of the day making funeral arrangements for this Saturday. Kramer is planning on having the funeral in Muncie. However, she hasn't found a venue large enough to have the services, but it does look like the services will happen this upcoming Saturday. Of course, I think I could speak for many of you out there when I say my heart goes out to the family. These outcomes are really, really tough when cases end this way, but we do always have to talk about appreciating the fact that at least the family knows where she is now. However, now a different wait starts where they are waiting for justice. They're waiting for answers. They're waiting to see who the person is that did this and why they did this. I did find it, I'm happy that I found the information about the homeowner, because a lot of the articles weren't talking about that angle at all. And I was like, my initial thought was, well, if they found Angie in a backyard, obviously that homeowner should have something to do with it. But now knowing that the home was likely vacant when she was placed there, it throws another big question into this case of maybe who's familiar with that area, who knew that the home was vacant at that time. And if they can trace that back, maybe they can indeed find the culprit. And of course, I've got my fingers crossed that that happens sooner rather than later, particularly for her parents, so they can find that justice that they're seeking. Thank you so much for joining me on this Searchlight update. I wish it was better news, but sometimes this is how these cases shake out, and I will keep you up to date. I'm hoping that we do get to see justice happen in this case. If we see some developments on that, you'll be sure to catch them right here on the Lord and Arts channel. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time.